Hello, and welcome to the level guide for R6C2. Let's go ahead and get started by talking about loadouts. This level is going to have your first boss enemy being the Mother, so very high damage weapons like the sniper rifle or any of the 3 shotguns are going to be very strong against her. For tools, I recommend that you bring the Biotracker, the Mine Deployer, the Seafoam Launcher, and 1 Burst Sentry. Starting off in Zone 116, you will see that your main objective is to use the cells to bring the generators back online. These generators will always be found inside of Zones 121, 122, and 125. You are given these cells off of the very start of the level, and inside of Zone 116 itself, you'll be able to find 1 use of medkits, 2 uses of ammo kits, and 1 use of a disinfect pack. You'll also be able to find your security doors to Zones 117 and to 118. 117 will be a resource room, and 118 will be the continuation of the level. Whenever you're ready, find your security door to Zone 117, do the team scan, and head on in there. Inside of Zone 117, you'll be able to find 4 uses of medkits, 3 uses of ammo kits, and 2 uses of tool refill kits. You will also find 4 giants in this zone, and almost every single consumable is going to be a fog repeller, and you're going to want to pick those up because there is a lot of infectious fog on this level. Once you've gotten your resources and everybody has a set of fog repellers, you can go ahead and do your team scan to Zone 118. Whenever you're ready, open the door and head on in. Inside of Zone 118, you will see that most of this zone is going to be full of infectious fog, and on top of that, you'll also be able to find 1 scout. For resources, you'll be able to find 1 use of medkits, 2 uses of ammo kits, 1 use of tool refill kits, and 4 uses of a disinfect pack. The fog on the first room of this zone can be entirely ignored. You can jump on this railing here and use that to jump to the opposite side of the room, and you can even do this while carrying a cell. This means that you don't need to waste any fog repellers when you're trying to traverse through that room. Once you've gotten all of your resources, you can make your way over to the east side of the zone and get ready to do your alarm door to Zone 119. Your alarm door to Zone 119 is going to be a Class 4 alarm, and your floor plan will look like this. The enemies will be able to spawn here, and they'll break down these 2 doors to get into your room. You can place your sentry on the west side looking down the ramp, and it should be able to deal with a good amount of the enemies before they get to you on the scans. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pull the alarm, complete the scans, and head on into Zone 119. Inside of Zone 119, you'll be able to find 2 uses of medkits and 2 uses of ammo kits. You'll also be able to find a fog turbine and 1 scout. You'll also be able to find your security doors to Zones 120 and 122, along with your blood door to Zone 121. The security doors are in lockdown though, so you're going to have to go through the blood door first. Once you've cleared out the zone, go ahead and mine the blood door, and then pull it. Clear out all the enemies from the blood door, and then get ready to go into Zone 121. Inside of Zone 121, you'll be able to find 4 uses of medkits, 2 uses of ammo kits, and 1 use of a tool refill kit. You'll also find 1 of the generators that you need for your main objective. Typically, Room B will have a lot of enemies that are tightly packed together, so it's easiest to just mine this door. Once you've cleared out the zone, you can go ahead and put the cell into the generator, but make sure you've gotten all of your resources first, because once you put the cell in, it is going to cause all of the fog in the entire level to begin to rise. During this time, your security door to Zone 120 will come off of lockdown, and you'll be able to reset the fog by using a terminal command found on the terminal within Zone 120. Your alarm door to Zone 120 is going to be a Class 3 cluster alarm, and your floor plan will look like this. The enemies will be able to spawn here, and they'll break down these 2 doors to get into your room. A large majority of the time, they will break on this left door here, so seafoam this door and try to keep it closed during most of the alarm. So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and throw around a few fog repellers, do the scans, keep the door phoned, and get ready to head on into Zone 120. Inside of Zone 120, you'll be able to find 2 uses of medkits and 2 uses of tool refill kits. You'll also be able to find the terminal that you can use to reset the fog levels. You can type in the command reset ventilation system, or you can just type in RES and then hit tab and it'll autofill it for you. Once you've reset the fog and got your resources, you can go do your team scan to Zone 122. Inside of Zone 122, you'll be able to find 2 uses of medkits, 2 uses of ammo kits, and 2 uses of tool refill kits, and you'll also be able to find 2 scouts and another one of the generators that you need for your main objective. Much like the previous generator, this one will also cause the fog to rise, so you want to make sure that you've cleared out the zone, gotten your resources, and done all your alarm setup before you put the cell in. Your alarm door to zone 123 is going to be a class 5 alarm, and your floor plan will look like this. The enemies will be able to spawn here, and they'll break down these two doors to get into your room, so make sure you seafoam and mine both of those. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and put in the cell and pull the scan door. Once you complete the scan, you will be rewarded with a checkpoint, so do your checkpoint scan and head into zone 123. Inside of zone 123, you'll be able to find 4 uses of medkits, 2 uses of ammo kits, and 1 use of tool refill kits. You'll also be able to find your bulkhead key and bulkhead door controller for the main and extreme objectives, and this entire zone will consist of sleeping babies. Along with that, you'll also find the terminal in which you can reset the fog again, and you'll find your blood door to zone 127, along with both the bulkhead doors to the main and extreme objectives. Once you've gotten your resources, you can go ahead and do your blood door to zone 127. Kill off everything that spawns from it, and head on in. Inside of zone 127, you'll be able to find 2 uses of medkits, 4 uses of ammo kits, and 1 use of a tool refill kit. Along with that, you'll also be able to find a disinfection station, and a couple of seafoam grenades. You're going to want to have at least 1, but preferably 2 seafoam grenades to help deal with the mother that you're going to have to fight during the main objective. Once you've gotten all of your resources figured out and your seafoam grenades, you can go ahead and do your bulkhead scans for the main or the extreme objectives. If you are only doing the main objective, you can skip to this timestamp on screen right now, but for everybody else, we're going to the extreme objective. Inside of zone 245, you'll be able to find 5 uses of medkits, 4 uses of ammo kits, and 4 uses of a tool refill kit. Once you've gotten your resources, you can go ahead and do your alarm to zone 246. Your alarm door to zone 246 is going to be an S1 alarm. Your floor plan will look like this. The enemies will be able to spawn here and here, so make sure that you seafoam and mine this door so you don't have to shoot as many waves during the scan. You can place your sentry so it shoots enemies as they run across this southern bridge. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and pull your alarm door. When you're in the scan, make sure that everybody is hugging the left side. This will make sure that all of the enemies run across the southern bridge and none of them will split off towards the north. But complete the scans, kill off all of the enemies, and get ready to head into zone 246. Inside of zone 246, you'll be able to find the high set cargo and nothing else. Do not pick this up yet, because once you pick it up, it is going to begin a hybrid error alarm for the rest of the level, and there's a few things we need to go over first. First off, you will have found a 4-use ammo either in zone 127 or within zone 245. You're going to want to have your sniper rifle player hold this ammo, and this ammo is only for the sniper rifle, it's not for anybody else. The sniper rifle player is going to sit and kill all of the hybrids when they spawn in, while everybody else goes and pushes zones and clears enemies. The second thing is you also want to spend the minimum amount of time moving objects that you can, so make sure that the cell and the fog turbine have been moved up to the main bulkhead door before you start the error alarm. Whenever your team is ready to start the error, have your hybrid killers position themselves near the bulkhead door so they can kill the hybrids quickly, and have one player pick up the cargo and move it towards the main bulkhead door. The other 2 players are going to sit near the security door to zone 127, and once it opens, they're going to go in and find the bulkhead key. Zone 247 will have some sleeping enemies, but for the most part you can ignore them unless they're in your way. Every single box in this zone is going to have fog repellers in it, so make sure that both players that come in here are carrying fog repellers before they leave with the key. Once you've gotten the key and some fog repellers, run back towards the bulkhead door controller so you can put the key into it. Over at the bulkhead door, your sniper player should be killing the hybrids and helping to escort the person with the cargo over towards the main bulkhead door. Once all the hybrids are dead with the sniper, you're basically just waiting for the next wave, and you're waiting for the people with the key to come over so you can do the scan for the main objective. Once you put the key in, do the scan for the main objective, and run over to the main bulkhead door. Bulkhead door to zone 124 is going to be a scream door, which means as soon as you open it, it is going to instantly aggro whatever is in there, and there's going to be a single mom behind this door. Once you find the mom, just throw the seafoam grenades at her to freeze her to stop her from being able to spawn babies, and from there you can just kill her with sniper rifles or scatterguns or whatever you brought. Inside of zone 124 itself, you'll be able to find 1 use of medkits, 2 uses of ammo kits, and 1 use of a tool refill kit. Move all of the objects up to the door and do your team scan to zone 125. Inside Zone 125, you'll be able to find 3 scouts. You'll also be able to find the last generator that you need for your main objective, and for resources, you'll be able to find 2 uses of medkits, 2 uses of ammo kits, and 2 uses of tool refill kits. If you are doing the extreme objective, you need to clear these zones extremely fast, and you don't really have time to look for the resources in them. Ideally, you'd want to clear the entire zone before your sniper rifle runs out of ammo. The rooms aren't super densely packed, so once the scouts are dead you can either pull the rooms, or if your team is proficient with fast stealth, you should just be able to clear the rooms without too much issue. If you're only doing the main objective, you don't need to go fast by any means. You don't have a hybrid alarm chasing you, so you're not under time pressure, so take as long as you need to clear the room. Make sure you are moving the objects up with you as you clear the zone. You don't want to clear the entire zone and then have to go all the way back to the bulkhead door to grab the objects because you left them there. The last 2 rooms of this zone are full of fog, so if there's no scout in there, it's probably fastest to just pull the room and then shoot everything that's in it. If you have leftover mines, you can close the doors and mine them once you pull rooms, but you want to save the very last door that leads into room E because we're going to use it for the end of the level. Once you kill the last scout, you can tell your player with the sniper rifle to run up to where you guys are in the very last room. From there, you're going to close the door behind you, and you're going to have the person with the C-foam launcher permanently keep that door closed with C-foam. This will make it so you don't have to deal with any of the hybrids when you're trying to deal with the final blood door. Throw a fog repeller by the feet of the person with the C-foam launcher so they don't get a ton of infection for no reason, and have everybody else go set up for the blood door. Put the cell into the generator and mine the blood door. Throw a bunch of fog repellers around so you can actually see the enemies and so you don't get a bunch of infection, and then just pull the blood door and clear off all the enemies. Don't be afraid to burn all of your ammo here. These are the very last sets of enemies you're going to have to shoot for the entire rest of the level, and the extraction is fairly quick. Once you kill all the enemies, you can tell your C-foam player to come up with you, and everybody can just push as a team towards the extract. You can jump over this railing off the left side because it's faster than walking around, and from there it's just a straight shot towards the extract. If you have any leftover C-foam in the launcher, you can foam the doors behind you as you run through, but outside of that, you just get the car, go into the scan, and you can be done. Complete the extraction scan, and you will have finally beaten R6C2. Due to the nature of RNG, enemy and resource numbers may be off by plus or minus 1, but for the most part, they should be what I show here. Outside of that, I've got nothing else. Leave a comment if you think I missed something, and you guys have fun.